So in this video, I'm trying to explain how to do the kettlebell snatch a little bit more precise than I have in previous videos. So it's an upgrade to what I've progressed with my own kettlebell snatches. Now, there's a lot of things that you need to be aware of with the kettlebell snatch. Now, the first thing is we have to establish is the swing. How good is your swing, your kettlebell swing? How good are you at popping your hips to allow that the kettlebell can just float? Because the more pop you get through your hips, the more power you're able to let the kettlebell go up. Now, there are cues that I want you to practice if you're not sure about doing the kettlebell. And this video is here to detail the specifics. So the first one, as mentioned, is the kettlebell swing. How much power are you able to generate through the hips? The second point is the pull. How much are you using your back to help lock in, to then help send the kettlebell up? So the second cue and skill that you want to be practicing is how to pull. Because essentially we're not going to be trying to put the hand through the kettlebell here to finish. We need to be trying to insert through here. Okay, so the high pull. So cues that you want to do to improve your high pull is literally thinking about transitioning from the hips. And as you can see, my hands are open in order for me to help send that kettlebell up. And you know I'm not doing too much grippy. What you can start to do is literally practice throwing it into the out your hands, so you can learn a bit of patience and control and timing. My recommendation is make sure that the surface you're using allows that the kettlebell or the floor is not going to be damaged. Now, often the point that most people, I reckon for most people, they struggle with that. So the next point now is understanding the insertion point of the kettlebell, how to spear your hand through, or how to naturally let the kettlebell go through, your hand go through the kettlebell. Now there will be a video practicing how to do the insertion skill. So just look out for that. It's called how to improve your insertion of the kettlebell. So the key part is after that, once we've practiced this and we're getting it past eye line, we want to then start to spear our hand through to be able to finish in a straight arm position. As you can see, biceps are facing the ears. I'm punching through the ceiling and I'm literally locking out. But that's not it. So the next point we're going to be addressing is how to bring the kettlebell down. Now, what you want to think about is turning your hand, turn your thumb out, turn your hand in. But then once you're learning that, you're learning how to lean back to counter that weight that's coming down. We don't want to be leaning forward because we'll be sending ourselves forward. So we turn our thumb out, turn the finger in to bring the kettlebell down, and then the patience is to pull through and repeat the same system. So obviously I can't slow down per se. However, I'm just trying to get you to understand the steps needed. So step one, the hinge, the pop. Step two, the pull, but keeping the back locked in. You don't want to feel like the arm is going out here because you're going to send the kettlebell in. So it's just being able to lock the back in. The third part is the insertion with the top fixation through the kettlebell. And then the fourth one is to be turning the hand in, lean back to then repeat the system. So when we're turning it back, we're learning how to, as you can see, I turn my thumb out to repeat it again. But the timing that you want to be doing is to make sure that you're pulling back through the hips, popping through. Repetitions, 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 repetitions. You understand where I'm going? Because it's going to take repetitions, not going to take weeks, months, because you could do it once a week, but the repetitions have may not been done enough. So the more you're exposing yourself to doing more repetitions, I would say that you need to be doing 10,000 of these. It sounds like a lot, but think about it, breaking it up over 100 to 200, 300 a week. You'll be there in no time. But the key is repetition. Make sure that you've got somebody to look at your form, because you don't want to be just doing repetitions, 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 and it's not getting any better. Or it is getting better, but maybe somebody tweaking your form can help actually speed up the progress. Hopefully that was a good informative way of you learning how to do the kettlebell snatch. If you have any questions, I'm your repetition guy. Drop me a DM at any time.